This week on the front, we've had a significant success in the Sumy region, reports our war correspondent Andriy Tsaplienko. The 225th Separate Assault Regiment has liberated Kindertivka in the Sumy region. The occupiers have lost 3 battalions, which is about 1,000 soldiers. This frontline success became possible thanks to the unique tactics and training of the fighters of the 225th Assault Regiment, where, for example, the use of phones in the combat zone is strictly limited. This prevented the Russians from tracking the movement of our soldiers. But in another sector, we have a problem. Enemy saboteurs have entered Pokrovsk in the Donetsk region. It was reported that one group was eliminated right here at the intersection of Shevchenko and Defenders of Ukraine streets. This isn't the very center, but it's not the outskirts of Pokrovsk either. But from our own sources, we've learned that there were several groups, and they scattered somewhere around the Uvaleni Park area and in the private sector. The problem is that there simply aren't enough infantry in the Pokrovsk area, and that's exactly why the enemy was able to slip through. This week, the Regional Military Administration announced a mandatory evacuation from Dobropillia and 9 other settlements near Pokrovsk. Meanwhile, Andriy Tsaplienko worked with the drone forces and tried to figure out whether robots can replace people here to hold the defensive line. And in this episode, we're helping the 15th Mobile Border Detachment, Steel Border. Its fighters are currently repelling the occupiers in the Kursk direction and defending the Sumy region. And for our border to remain as strong as steel, the soldiers need a ground drone that can not only deliver everything necessary to the positions, but also help evacuate the wounded. And your 10, 20, or even 100 hryvnias via this QR code is a chance to push back the enemy and save our people's lives. Thank you to everyone who joins in.
A Russian FPV drone is standing on the road, waiting for its prey, a Ukrainian vehicle. Our soldiers call such traps by the Russian word zdun. Fortunately, the zdun was spotted by a Ukrainian drone. One drone destroys another. The war of robots is already a reality. This is a typical situation for the defenders in the Pokrovsk area, where the enemy is trying to establish an impassable kill zone and cut off logistics.
They're hitting our logistics. It's just brutal.
The enemy has advanced to the center of the village of Novoeconomic, northeast of Murad. This means that the logistics corridor along the Kostiantynivka-Pokrovsk highway has already been lost. There are only 2 roads left to the strategically important city, one from the direction of Pavlohrad and another through the village of Rodinsk. But both are under constant artillery fire and drone strikes.
Fire!
The 59th Brigade is holding the defense in the Pokrovsk area. This unit of Unmanned Systems Forces also has its own assault infantry. They are stationed where sometimes only ground drones can reach the position.
The enemy has cut off our logistics in this sector. That is, right now it's very difficult to get in by armored personnel carrier or by pickup truck. On our section, robotic systems are the top priority.
Back at the beginning of the year, in the Da Vinci Wolves Battalion, which became part of the 59th, it became clear that ground robots allow people to survive in places where survival would seem impossible. This is how a wheeled drone delivers food, ammunition, and medicine to the guys literally right under the enemy's nose. Because the Russians are, without exaggeration, sitting in the house next door. Now the battalion has a whole arsenal of unmanned vehicles for different tasks.
This one here is the termite. It can carry up to 400 kilograms. It can operate several times in one night.
Its main tasks are logistics and evacuating the wounded.
To pull out just one wounded person, you need at least 4 people. But this way, the work gets a lot easier. It makes things easier because you don't need 4 people. This already guarantees safety for the people. Another advantage is that it works faster than a group of people would.
Drones are also used to evacuate the fallen. Here's one of those missions. An assault group is requesting the evacuation of a hero's body who died on the front line. The Termit drone is trying to retrieve him. During the evacuation, several enemy FPVs target the ground drone. The robot withstands the hits. If the fallen soldier's comrades had tried to carry him out, there would have been even more casualties. This guy, the UGV operator, had his own drone save his life during a logistics operation.
You could say the termit bought my life. A Russian FPV attack starts on us. I see an FPV, and it's flying straight at me, not at the termit. but at me. They're already shouting at me, like, run! I hear the FPV stop in front of the tree line, turn around, and fly toward the termite.
The operator, whose robot shielded him, is only 21 years old.
My advantage is UAVs and strike UGVs.
Strike ground robotic systems here in the Pokrovsk area have stopped several assaults.
At that moment, the enemy was carrying out assault actions, and basically, they were successful. We were working against the enemy from a neighboring tree line. We were given the task to take down the enemy.
Let's put it this way. During our shift at this position, we killed 4 enemy soldiers specifically with the turret.
We took out 2 people right away, pinned 2 more to the ground, and then hit them with their own FPV.
And this is a kamikaze platform. Usually, it delivers an anti-tank mine one way. An experienced operator can easily drive robots of this type into the enemy's shelter.
Now, there we go, and detonation.
But such robots haven't become a mass weapon yet. The main job for ground-based unmanned systems is logistics. But hoping that, with a shortage of people, robots are holding the front line near Pokrovsk is pointless.
Let me be honest with you. At this stage, logistics is like a knee that's needed for the front line. At the moment, it can't hold a section or somehow reinforce it.
Here, near Pokrovsk, the war is changing very quickly. Drones that were effective just yesterday suddenly lose their relevance today. This primarily concerns aerial drones, says the deputy commander of the 59th.
For me, this tool works well, but for the neighboring unit, say 3 brigades up, this tool doesn't work there.
Why is that?
Technical conditions, radio frequencies, where the enemy. Well, for example, right now our situation is like this. Certain frequencies are working. On another section of the front, they might not work at all.
What to do is a critical question, especially when sometimes only drones can stop the enemy. The deputy brigade commander's solution is simple. Those who know their section of the front should be given the opportunity to purchase drones themselves.
Decentralization, meaning that a military unit should have the right, have free funds, and be able to say, we are ready to take responsibility for a specific piece of equipment.
Moreover, the brigade command officer believes that this way there's a chance to curb the unjustifiably high financial appetites of some manufacturers, and therefore increase the number of drones.
The 10th FPV, yeah, the 10th frame is, well, yeah, the frame is the same, just the 10th one, with the 10-kilometer spool on it. One supplier sells it for 48, 47, and another one for 30. So it's not the same thing. I don't even know what could justify artificially raising the price like that. Based on what? Some kind of technical solution? No, they're identical.
From a financial perspective, it looks like looting during wartime. In other words, people are making money and profiting off the war without actually thinking about the outcome, about victory, about how limited our resources are. The defense of Pokrovsk shows that a turning point is coming in the war. To withstand it, both those holding the front and those supplying the ammunition need to adapt quickly. Andriy Tsaplienko, Alexei Osipchuk, Serhiy Perifilov, TSN. Tisden, 1+1, Marathon, United News.